Now, what I like to do is to tell you to prepare different adjectives for general words. So let's take a look at these, and then we're going to go through some of those adjectives. So the general words are good, bad, big, small, and very. And you could do this technique for other things as well. Obviously, there are many general adjectives. I've chosen these because they are the most used things. You will always be able to use the word good, or the word bad, or something was big, or a feeling was big, or something was small, or something was very. So you don't want to use those because they are the simple words, and I know you want to use something bigger. So I'm going to give you a couple of good adjectives, synonyms for each one of these that you can use and keep in your head, and then those are the ones you're going to use. You don't have to worry in the exam about what am I going to say, what adjective am I going to use. These are the words you're going to keep, and whatever comes up, you can use the word bad or good or its synonym. So let's look. For good, again, I want to use words that are general. There are some that you're going to know already, like fantastic. Don't forget about that. Fantastic and amazing. These are simple words, but they're still bigger and more impressive than good. I want to give you another one. My notes. A great word, and I'm going to write it down over here, is the word exceptional. Exceptional. It's like very, very good. And it's a nice high class. So food can be exceptional. But car can be exceptional. A person can be exceptional. And just by using that kind of word as an adjective, you already make yourself sound better in a speech. So we've got fantastic, amazing, exceptional. I'm going to put two more. We've got just because these words you may not have come across before. And the final one is no. The previous class, but it is a great word, and I will send the spellings of all these words in the chat later when we have our question and answer session. So don't worry if you're not getting the spellings now. I will send all the spellings in the chat. So these are our words for good. And by them, we're going to make ourselves sound better straight away. Let's do the same thing now for the words for bad. So again, let's be general. Let's use words that can be used for anything. So obvious words are terrible, horrible, and another favorite of mine, horrendous. And again, just by using these words, you're not just saying something was bad. You're using a much better word that makes you sound better. Terrible, horrible, horrendous. Let's do the same thing for big. Let's do the same thing for big. Now big, again, you might know some of these words. I love the word gigantic. Gigantic. And the word enormous. Now these can be used for anything. Again, a building could be gigantic. A feeling could be gigantic. So it's words that you can use instead of it was a big mountain. It was an enormous mountain. It was an enormous amount of food. Instead of saying it was a lot of food, it was an enormous amount of food. It's a good adjective, and again, makes you sound better straight away. Let's do the same thing for small. So for small, we've got the word tiny, tiny, which is a good word for small, and minuscule. Minuscule, which is really, really, really small. Now this makes me think of, again, an important thing to realize. When you do this, if you go and look up other words that are similar because you want to use this technique, make sure you check the definition of those words. Because some words, for example, another word for small is microscopic. Some words are not going to work generally. So if you use this technique and you make your own adjective list, make sure the words are general and they can be used almost anywhere. The final one we're going to do is very. The final one, very. And what is another word for very? We could say extremely or exceedingly. So again, instead of saying it was very big, it was extremely big. Instead of saying it was very good, it was extremely good. It already, again, makes you sound better.